good morning. Heather from Heather's Simple Crochet here. Welcome. Welcome to today's video. Today, I'm not real sure what we're doing in this video. I'm waiting for my last video to export so I can then upload it for Thursday's video. I didn't really tell you what I was working on. Well, I did. I'm working on a Santa hat in the Parfait plush yarn. This is a free pattern on Instagram by Churka_toys. So I wanted to see how big this hat came out. Two reasons. I thought I could put it on a plushie and make any plushie a holiday plushie. So my thought is, like on my Etsy store, I could have just a Santa hat, a picture of a Santa hat, or just a little blurb in my listing, say, add a little Christmas cheer by adding a Santa hat for $2 extra or something like that. That way they could Christmasify anything that they wanted to buy from my shop. I thought that might be a cute idea, like the woodland animals. Of course, this is way too big for the woodland animals. I would have to make a lot smaller hat for the woodland animals, and I needed to increase after 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I wanted to test a couple of Santa hats. This one obviously would be for a bigger plush because it's a big hat. And I got a commission from one of our nieces. She saw my candy cane that I made on my TikTok. She's like, oh my God, I want one, but bigger. I said, how much bigger? She goes, pillow size. So I'm going to make her a pillow size candy cane, but I want to use the Parfait XL for it because it's bigger yarn, obviously. And so I need to wait to make that until I get that yarn. But she said, 6, 7, 8. She ain't going to have the money for it until like Black Friday. So I have time to make it. It's just a matter of getting the yarn to make it. So, yay, I get to make another candy cane. And I get to use Parfait XL. So excited to do that. I wonder what size hook I'll need for XL. Like an 8, 7? I tend to use smaller hooks than most people use for plushies. And I even have a little bit tighter tension, or I used to. Maybe my tension is loosened up and that's why I use the smaller hooks. All right. So what is going on? I had to pull from the outside of the skein, if you remember in my last video, so now I'm got a mess here. Okay, this, oh my. Okay, I have got to get this ball skein cleaned up here. I don't know if any of you had ever seen I made it into a short or something, I don't remember, but how to untangle yarn. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that video, but yeah, tangled up yarn is honestly just it wrapped around itself, basically like this. So if you grab the two separate ends and just kind of slowly pull them apart, they'll unwind themselves and will almost always untangle itself if you do that. This one, see? Just got to find your two ends and pull. Okay. Yarn is all untangled. That one was a little bit more complicated than it just being wrapped around itself, because it was the two ends together that I had created a mess from. So, okay. I think we're getting towards the end of this hat. My video is done exporting. So it is 6 o'clock. I'm going to see how far we got. Try the cap on a toy. May also need to crochet around with increases so the cap is in size. All right. I'm going to finish this round, and then we will get our video finished up for our upload today. And then my next upload will be Saturday when you're watching this video. So this video might be a video of Santa hats, because I really want to see if this idea of mine is going to work. This pattern is really cute, but it's big. So I want to either make my own or find a pattern that is smaller for smaller plushies. All right. Boop. I don't think I have anything here I can put it on to test it. Well, I lied. I do have one of my cats. This is my cat pattern. This was created to be a headset holder for work. I use a headset at work, so I lay this over my cat to hold my headset. I wonder, it would cover its tail, and then it could flop over. Have a little Christmas kitty. How cute would that be? Aw, that's so cool. That's almost perfect size for one of my cats, because these have poly beads in the bottom of them, so they don't topple over when you put your headset on them. But I also have some that I put in my booth that don't have polyfill, just as to have for a cat plushie. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh, that is cute. Of course, I still have to add the white brim around it, of course, but yeah. I like that. I like that hat. Yeah. So, yeah, we just need to find a smaller pattern or make a smaller pattern for the smaller plushies. And I was thinking about doing that for my booth, too. Just having a booth with a basket of little Santa hats. That could be, a couple dollars, because they'll be kind of small. I could just put like a little label on it, say plushie Santa hats, and then of course I have to tag each of them individually, because that's the way the booth store runs its sales. So I'm thinking about doing that too, whether they buy it for one of my plushies or a plushie they have at home or something. They could buy just a Santa hat to add to something. I think that's a cute idea. Do you guys think that'd be a good idea? So, all right. I wasn't sure what this video was going to be, but I think this is going to be the video of Santa hats. See how many we can make, what different sizes we can make, and all that good jazz. So, all right. I will be back. I have to go finish up my other video, so I shall return. All right. I am back. So, we are at the point on our little Santa hat here where we change to white. So, I have cut off the red. And it says to use red or white fluffy yarn. The fluffiest yarn I have is this Mainstay Velvet that I used, or was going to use on the reindeer. I used it on something else too. I don't remember what it was now. So, oh, look at that factory knot in that. I love that. So we are going to finish this Santa hat with our fluffy yarn. Excuse me. But I think I'm off a stitch, so I gotta count. Yeah, I need one more stitch. I'm off a stitch count in this row. I'm over it. I don't care. I'm just adding one to the end. So the stitch count is right. There's another factory knot right there at the beginning of the yarn. What the heck? And factory knots in that. Look how big that knot is. Like, that is not usable. Oh, wait. That may not be a factory knot. It wasn't. It was just a slip knot. Shoot. That's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are. Okay, so we do another increase row with our white. And then just another regular row after that. And then that's it. Alright, so now I'm on just my round of just single crochets, so I don't need to count. But what I was going to say is, I had my light over here on the other morning for part of that video, my last video. I think it makes the camera darker because it's so bright. I think the camera tries to compensate and makes the camera darker. So, yeah. It's kind of odd. I don't think I'm going to probably be using that light because it made the camera darker. There's something else I was going to tell you. I don't remember what it was now. Shoot. I knew I should have said it when I was thinking about it because I'm like, you're going to forget. I think what it was is the next hat I'm going to use Premier Basic Chenille Red. Oh, and I was going to ask you guys, do you guys, well, I wish I could get your opinion right here on the spot. Should I do different color Santa hats or just red? Like, should I do like a blue Santa hat, like a pink, green? Should I do different colored ones? I thought about doing that too, doing different colored ones. I want to find, oh, I was going to do that and forgot. My husband called me and I was talking with him. And I was going to look on Instagram for a smaller Christmas hat pattern. I don't know what it is about this shape. I always lose track of where I'm at. Like what row, what increase I'm on. I don't know why that is so hard for me. I don't get it. I had to frog a couple different times making this because I'm like, nope. My stitch count was off. I was on the wrong increase. I don't know why that's so difficult. It shouldn't be. I don't know what it is about this shape. Making a triangle, whatever. Alright, and this is to cut off at this point. Weave in ends. And your hat is done. So we'll weave in the ends here. And you know what? I used Parfait Plush for that, and I should have used my velvet yarn for that. Just heard a gunshot. I don't know if you guys heard that. I just heard another one. I live along the Mississippi River, and I do believe it's still duck season. So we hear duck hunters on the river. We hear gunshots. I hear it almost every morning, gunshots. Not an odd occurrence around here to hear gunshots. I just heard one. Kind of odd to hear it at this time of day. And also, about lunchtime today. I went on my lunch about 11:15 today, and we had 3 deer in our timber behind our house. 2 bucks and 1 doe. One was a 4-point buck. Another gunshot. Maybe somebody's target practicing too. Anyway, sorry. The one was a 4-point buck, and the other one was at least a 6-point. Might have been an 8-point buck. Yeah, I think somebody's target practicing because I keep hearing gunshots. Probably the neighbor, if I had to guess. I had deer in my backyard. I don't get deer too terribly often, and dang, that is loud. But I got some today. I'm always so excited when I see the deer in my backyard. Okay, that's got to be my neighbor right here because those gunshots are really close. Are you guys hearing that? I'm going to tie this into my other white end. That way I know it's secure. I have 2 neighbors. I have a neighbor just across the lane here, and then I have a neighbor down the lane. And there is timber between us both. So it's kind of hard to tell which one it is. Honestly, surprised my dogs aren't hearing that and aren't barking. I think they have their head under the blanket on the couch. I think I'm going to try it. Oh, my husband just messaged me. Just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. So, our little Santa hat is done. I did go ahead and finish weaving in those ends off camera. I did already have a smaller Santa hat pattern saved on my Instagram. Pattern is by cute.toys.handmade on Instagram. Yeah. And the pattern is just down in the comments. That'd be like perfect size. Doesn't say what size yarn, but I'm going to make that one too. I'm going to go ahead and make that one. I'm going to use the Premier Basic chenille for that one. But I think I'm going to try this hat on my reindeer first. Put it over his ear and antler. And then just kind of bend it. You would have to, sew it on to keep it on there, but it covers his eye too. Maybe. No, I don't like it. On this, let's see. His head's a little big. That would definitely have to be sewn onto him. So, not quite this big of a plushie. So, yeah, a little smaller plushie. That's a pretty good size plush. I don't think I have anything smaller. I don't. Everything is either put up or in my booth. So, all right, one Santa hat done. Now we're going to make a smaller Santa hat. Smaller. Why did I say that like that? I sounded like Dory on Finding Nemo. I got a mess over here, guys. Good Lord. So I had somebody message me on Etsy. I've got some scrap red here. Anyway, I had somebody message me on Etsy today about my Dammit dolls. My Dammit dolls. They said they wanted to order a couple of them, but for themselves and a couple coworkers, and they're like company logo colors are blue and gold. Wanted to know if I can make them in a blue and gold yarn. I don't have a color that is blue and yellow variegated, and I tried to look some up. That is like a variegation you don't see. I couldn't find any yarn that was variegated with blue and yellow together. I told her, I said, I don't have any yarn that is the blue and yellow together. I said, but I could either crochet, using like the blue yarn and yellow yarn together and to crochet them together to make a blue and yellow Dammit doll. I said, or I can do like the body and head in blue and the legs and arms in yellow, or vice versa. And she asked if I crochet the two colors together, if it would be sturdy, because they would actually be using them as Dammit dolls and slamming them against their desks. And I use Bernat blanket for those. I said, oh yes. I said, it is very sturdy. It would not come apart, So, but I have not heard back from her since. So I'm hoping she orders. That would be cool. Have a couple of Dammit dolls going out. Okay, this does not say, it says start from the top. Does not say if we start in red or, oh, it says make a pom-pom for the pom-pom. Okay, gotcha. I need to go get some bigger size white pom-poms. Honestly, I suck at making pom-poms. I have a pom-pom maker, but I suck at making pom-poms. They never are tight enough. Like the yarn that you cinch around it and tie together, my yarn comes out of it. I'm like, and I pull so hard I break the yarn, but my yarn like always pulls out of it. I don't understand what I do wrong. I don't know. So I'm thinking that I'll just go buy some of those little pom-poms. I actually have a package of small ones right here. Where did it go? Where did it go, George? Which way did it go? Okay, I put that somewhere. Was it in here? Yes, in here. So I bought a package of these, but those pom-poms would not... Oh, they might be big enough for the smaller hat, but I don't know, maybe not. It'd be kind of iffy. Be really iffy if those would be big enough for this hat. We'll see how big this hat is, and we won't glue it on. We'll just look at it and see how big it is. It probably ain't gonna work though. I was talking and just automatically did 6 singles in the magic ring and then increased all the way around, and I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to just 6 single around. See what you do to me? Talking and get distracted. And I just assume. You know what assuming does. You know, right? But this time it's just me. So guess what I watched today while I was working? This was kind of earlier today. I watched my Scrooge movie. I think I told you guys about that movie in one of my other videos. Me and my sister watch Scrooge every year this time of year. And I decided to watch it today, so I watched Scrooge today. I'm not watching anything right now. It's just oddly quiet in my house because my husband is watching the grandkids again tonight for a while. So if this hat turns out the right size that I want, we'll probably just make a whole bunch of these hats and see how many we can make before I have to upload this video. There's not a whole lot of rows on this. We only increase out to 5. So Not going to be too huge. It might be just right. Oh, that'd be awesome if it's just the right size hat I'm looking for. Because I could... I'm not sure if I want... If I... Maybe $2 extra for the hat. But I thought about doing scarves too. Because if you don't want a hat, maybe just a scarf. What do you guys think? Should I do scarves too? A full accessory? Do $2 extra for a hat and $1 for a scarf? So it'd be an extra $3 for a hat and scarf for their plushie. Making a bend in this hat, it looks like. That's fun, trying to do an increase in a slip stitch. Ooh, that's weird. I don't know if I'll include that in the next one I make. A little bend. I have a lot of ends to weave in on this one because I finished off that scrap piece of red yarn. So I've got those 2 red ends, and then when you change colors, you've got those ends. So yeah, I've got several ends to weave in on this one little hat. Kind of annoying. Why is this being difficult? Oh my goodness. You're already being annoying. I don't need you to be difficult. Oh, 2 more ends. This is annoying. My fault though. I shouldn't have used the the scrap to make this, because now I gave myself 2 extra ends I had to weave in. But I did think about that when I grabbed it, and I'm like, it won't be too bad. In hindsight, it is that bad. And don't do it. But otherwise, I would just have 2 ends to weave in from the red and white from the color change. Alright, 3 ends, because when you cut off the white when you're done, you know. Okay, this little hat is done. This little hat of mine. Okay, so the little bend I was talking about is this little piece here. I'm not sure if I like that. It does give it a little bit of character, but I don't know if that's necessary. Let's see. I have a little bird prototype over here I made a long time ago. Never did anything with, so let's see. That's how big that bird is. So, I don't know. It would still need to be kind of a smaller plushie. Stay up there. Stay up there. I could do like a bobble stitch on the top with this felt velvet yarn. See how that looks as a pom-pom. I think I'll try that, see what it looks like. I have done that on like Christmas trees for the stars. We'll see. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Alright, so put it through there. Put it through here. Okay, so I don't know, like 4 or 5. I'll check it out before I tie it off. I tied it off. It looks weird on this side. I don't think I like it. I gotta get it off of there. Anytime I have to undo something, like a knot or something, I use my darning needle to get in the knot. Boop, just like that. Wonder if I just like embroider it, like make loops around the end of it, like you're embroidering it. No, I already don't like that. All right, well, I guess that is that. Definitely need a actual pom-pom because I'm not liking the looks of those options. Okay, so, oh, I was going to see if these were big enough. There's one in here that might be big enough. If I glued that on top, maybe, oh, maybe. I still think it would need to be bigger. I need some bigger ones. The trick is to get them all in one color. You can't find pom-poms that are just all one color. You have to like buy a pack that's multi-pack, multicolored. I was just trying to think if I had any other options, a different way of doing it or not. My gears are still turning. Wonder if I do. Okay, so we do a chain 2 and do a bobble into the first chain. Maybe. Good Lord. And then tied that on top. Trying everything I can to avoid having to make an actual... That would look dumb too, I think. Good Lord. I'm gonna put it on there so I can see if I like it. Of course, those ends would be weaved in. I don't like that either. So I like the hat, I think. The size of it's okay, decent. I'm not sure I like the little bend in it. I think I would omit the bend next time I make one. It's a hat. It's a Santa hat. Why is it so complicated? Okay. Unless there's another Santa hat I find in here. I don't know. I may have saved another one. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm not going to look right now. I am starving. It is 5:30 in the evening. And I have not ate since like 9:30 or 10 o'clock this morning. So I need to go make my dinner and eat. And then if I have time, I will come back and see if I have found another Santa hat pattern or not. And see if I have come up with another option for a pom-pom on that. Okay, I shall return. Hello, I am back. I am still trying to find the right Santa hat that I like. I did have another pattern saved in my free Instagram list. This one didn't say it was a Santa hat. It was a mystery pattern by Etsy or SD.handmade on, yeah, I am following her on Instagram. It said it was a mystery pattern, so I went over and looked at it, and yeah, it's a hat. You can tell by the pattern of it. and then you make a ball and attach it to the tip of it. So yeah, it's a hat. So I am going to try this one out. This one increases out to 4, so a total of 18 stitches around is all you do. So I'm gonna see the size of this one, and then like I said, you make a ball and then tie the ball to the tip of the hat for the pom-pom. So we're gonna try this little hat out and see how I like this one. See the size of it. So this one starts with the magic ring, and then you do the second row is 4 single crochets. I think this morning, it is Friday morning, I think I'm going to watch another one of our holiday Hallmark movies on Disney Plus. I did start one the other day called Operation Mistletoe. It's like 15 or 20 minutes into the movie. Been a few days since I've watched it, so I think we're going to watch that today. And I am going to try and do different angles this morning. Ooh, see, turning these inside out to get them the right way. That's the tough part about doing 4 and 4. Okay, I did it though. I got it. Whew. That's a workout sometimes. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause and try to do a different angle here. So give me just a moment. Okay, how'd you like that angle? The little tripod my phone sits in, I can just turn it's on a little arm, and I just turn the arm down, and I forgot it did that. So I just turned the arm down, because I did try to put the tripod on the floor and stand it all the way up and lean it over, but it's one of those ones that it's just on little tripod legs, like it only goes this wide, but the stick gets really tall. Yeah, it was falling over. I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. So I just left it on my desk and tipped the arm forward. I thought it worked pretty good. Let me know if you guys liked that angle or not. So now I'm gonna weave in my ends, and then we're gonna make the little pom-pom with our white velvet here that I've been using for the white. I need to get some fur yarn. I need to get some fur because of this reason right here. I mean, this yarn does work. It's fuzzy enough, I think. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is that fuzzy enough? I mean, it's not too bad. It doesn't need to be like super fuzzy, and I don't really want, and it doesn't really shed. So I guess maybe I'm using an okay yarn, because I wouldn't want something that's gonna shed and fall apart on people, especially kids, if they buy these hats for their little stuffies and they play with them and, you know, take the hat on and off and all that jazz. So alright, I think I just talked myself into just using what I have. I try to do that a lot. I try to just use what I have for the sake of saving money. But I do have to buy some stuff every now and then. All right. 2 more ends to weave in. So I'll be back, and then we'll make the little pom-pom. All right, so this is the size of our little Santa hat here. This one's the little one. So for size comparison, here's the one we made yesterday. Maybe I should do all 3 hats. Like have different sized hats. Like this one could be $1. This one could be $2. The big one could be $3. What do you guys think? That way they have, if they have a bigger or smaller plushie, they could choose the right size hat. Do a couple each in each of these sizes. I just haven't just, I'm still debating on if I want to do what am I thinking about? Different colors of the hats or not. I think a pink and a blue hat would be cute. Green. I don't know what other color. Okay, so now I'm going to make the pom-pom. It's just a small little ball, and then we tie it to the tip of our hat. So we are going to change our angle again. Hello. Okay. I had to make that ball a little smaller than the pattern called for because my yarn's slightly bigger. I don't know if I'm happy with that or not. I don't think it looks terrible. It's alright, I guess, but maybe I should still do the glued on pom-poms. So it is Friday. So my husband and I typically go to dinner on Friday nights, and then sometimes we'll do a Walmart run. So maybe when I go tonight, I'll try to find some white little pom-poms that I can glue on these 2 smaller hats. But I do like the size of this one. I wish I had some Parfait XL because I could just make this hat in 3 different sizes with 3 different size yarns. But I don't know. I don't think the Parfait plush is any bigger than the Parfait basic chenille. So that probably wouldn't work because those would probably turn out the same size. So yeah. All right. I do like the shape of this. So this hat, as I said, I think I'll just omit this little indentation because I do like that size too. Okay, so I think I decided I'm going to make those 3 size hats. And then I want to make some scarves too, but scarves can be later. So I think I'll go ahead and make another hat in this size. And then I'll make another hat in this size. And then I'll make another hat in that bigger size. And all in red. And then maybe I'll make them all again in the different colors, like the blue, green, pink. I think there's about the only colors I would probably want to put on there. Okay. All right, guys. That is going to be the plan, I think. I'm going to make another one of these smaller hats while we're watching our little Christmas movie. And then I'll make the next size hat and then the next size hat. So this is all, I'm telling you, this video is going to be all hats. Hope that's not boring. But I think I found the hats that I like. I think maybe I'll just peek through one more time through my patterns, make sure I'm not missing any other hats that I may have saved. So I'm going to pause and I'll be back. Okay, so I did find like 2 other patterns that I want to try. One is a human regular size Santa hat. I'm not going to make that in this video, but there is another pattern from Pawgys place. She made a Santa hat, I think, that fits her little minis, so I might try that hat as well, but it seems pretty similar, I think. You know, maybe not. I think I'm going to try that pattern too. I think we're going to try her pattern because, you know, I did make some of her minis. So we're going to try her little Santa hat real quick. And makes a puff stitch and then sews the puff stitch to the top of the hat for her pom-pom. But like I tried that yesterday. I didn't really care for the look of that. So, yeah. Might still just buy pom-poms and glue on top of these hats. Alright guys, I'm going to change the angle again, and then I think I'm going to start watching my little Christmas show here, so I'll be back. So this is the hat from Pawgys place for her little minis. That has a place too, you know. I kind of like that one. It's not as tall and pointy. I kind of like it. All right, do we have 4 different hats now? God, what the heck? All right, I think we have 4 different hats. I think so. I like this one because it'll fit on a plump little chubby head. Okay, I'm going to make another one of these, and then we'll make another one of these, and then we'll make another one of these, and we'll make another one of these. All in red. And then we will change to blue, pink. We'll see. I'm only going to do one of each of the other colors, though. All right, so stay on this pattern. All right, so we got our other hats all made. Let's see if I can stack them like this. Oh, God. Oh. Got a tower of Santa hats here that I've made. So, yeah, I'm going to... So I've got 2 of each of these sizes, 2 reds in each size. So now I'm going to make, I think I'm going to do blue next. I have light blue. And that one over there. I see I've got a real pretty light blue. This Premier Basics Chenille blue in, what color is this one? Oh, it's just called light blue. I think that'd be a really pretty Santa hat. So I'm almost out of time. Well, shoot, I am out of time for the day. It's a little later than I thought it was. But in my Walmart run tonight, I'm going to see if Walmart has some more of this velvet yarn for the trim and stuff. I don't want to run out of that in the middle of making all my hats. So, okay. I've got to go for today and get ready to clock in for work, but stay tuned because we're going to make some blue ones. I don't know. Green? Should I do that green? Or probably the emerald green. Probably emerald green. We'll do a green one. And I don't know. I don't have, and maybe pink. I don't think I'm going to have enough pink to make. We'll see how many I can make out of the pink. I don't know how much I'm going to get made out of the pink I have. So, yeah. See how many of those I can get made before Saturday's video. It is Friday morning, and I've got to get clocked in for work here in just a few minutes. So, we'll see how many we can get made. I'm really impressed with how many I've made today, honestly. I made both of these. I made both of these. I made one of these. And one of these. And of course, I did some pausing, but I've been recording since a little after 4, and it's 6:40. So 2.5 hours. I've made a decent amount in 2.5 hours. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. So yeah, we might be able to get quite a bit done before Saturday afternoon when I upload. We'll see. If I make any, I might make some off camera if I have time. I don't know. Sometimes I crochet a little bit, like during my lunch breaks, but not always. A lot of times I do housework because I work from home. And then tonight we go to dinner, and we've got some friends in town that we're probably going to go visit. Oh my God, so yeah, I probably won't be crocheting anymore today. Okay, I've got a pile of Santa hats over there. I like it. I'm just dropping everything. My hook's on the floor. Good Lord. Okay. All right, guys. I will be back, and we'll see how much more I can get done. All right. See ya. Good morning. So it is Saturday, and as I figured I didn't have any time to crochet yesterday. As I said, we had some friends in town, so we spent the evening with them. It was super nice weather here yesterday, so the friend's house we went to, we had a fire, and we roasted some hot dogs over the fire and marshmallows and just hung out and chatted. So, yeah, I did not get any crocheting done yesterday. We got home like 10:30 last night. So today I am going to get as much done as I possibly can. I still need to do, I didn't go to Walmart last night. I still need to do a Walmart run. And I don't know if I'm supposed to watch my grandkids tonight or not. My son never replied to me when I asked, but he was at work when I asked him to. So, I don't know. I might have to watch my grandkids tonight. And I don't typically take my crochet with me because I have there's 4 of them. So I don't have actually a whole lot of time to just sit and crochet while I'm with them. And they have 4 dogs, so it's a house full. And yeah, I don't take my crochet. We typically just hang out, watch a movie, or draw, or read a book, cuddle. Alright, so this is the second hat I've made so far this morning. And of course, I pushed the record button, so now my cat wants to meow. I made the smaller one by Pawgys Place already. This is the next size up. And as you can see, I chose to do the blue. So I'm trying to decide if I should do the bigger hats in the different colors or not. Sorry, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. My husband got up. Thought I was weird to go see what he was up to, and he's got a migraine, so he got up to take some medicine. Alright, so this hat just got to cut off the strands. I really do like the blue and white. I used to collect blue and white snowmen. Oh my gosh, way back in the day. I don't collect them anymore, but they were blue and white, so I've always liked this baby blue and white combo, because that's what those snowmen were blue and white snowmen. So yeah, this is the other hat. They are just really cute in this color. I just really enjoy those colors. Alright, so and then that one, what's that pattern? I forget what patterns I'm used already. Pause, please. Good Lord. Okay, finally found the other pattern I was using. I didn't save it to my Christmas category in my saved list. It was in the one where it just goes to all, where you've saved all of them. So it took me a bit to find it. So finally found it. Oh, did I tell you guys yesterday that Premier added the Basic Chenille to their list of yarns that are on sale? If I didn't, they are. The Premier Basic Chenille Brights is on sale, 20% off. Started yesterday through Sunday, so it's only on sale for the weekend. But it is 20% off if you are wanting to order any of that. I ordered a little bit yesterday. I didn't go overboard. I ordered like $40 worth. So I got a darker blue. I got my light pink, the cotton candy pink. Got 3 of those. And 3 of the orange color. Got 3 more orange. The tangerine orange. So I can make more safety cones. And I believe that was all I ordered, because I had just done that other order. So yeah, I am an affiliate for Premier Yarn. If you want or need to order yarn, I do have an affiliate link down in the description. if you wouldn't mind using my link. I do make a small commission when you use my link. No extra charge to you. But yeah, that would just help me out if you used my link. I'd much appreciate it. Oh yeah, this is the hat that has a little bend in it that I'm not going to put in it. I'm modifying this one just a smidge not to have the little bend in the hat. Alright, I am just watching YouTube this morning. Right now I have Crafty Mompreneur on. Her latest video, her color challenge video is what I'm watching. So I think I will scoot up here. Maybe change my angle a bit, and then we will just crochet our little hearts out. See how many hats I could get made before we take off for the day. So, alright guys, here we go. Sorry, I'm using my back camera again. Okay, so I got this other hat all done, as you guys saw. So, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Instead of weaving in the ends, plus I had, I ran out of a ball, so I had to attach a new ball, so I had those ends to weave in. But instead of weaving them in, I just crocheted over the ends. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So I crocheted over the ends. The only end I had to weave in was the actual end when I fastened off the white. So much easier. Okay, so it is getting close to being the time where I need to edit and upload. So I got these 3 blue ones made today. I got the really small one, the small, medium. I haven't made the larger one yet, but that's all I have time to make today. I'm honestly made more than I thought I was going to. And I still need to buy the little pom-poms and glue pom-poms on these smaller ones. Okay, sorry. So, hats. That's what we did this, for this video is hats. We've got 2 of each of the different sizes in our red here. And 1 of each of the blue ones so far. Okay. So we did a fair amount of hats. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 here, and then 3 there. So we made 11 hats. And as I said, I'm going to put these in my booth. I think what I'm going to do... Oh my gosh, I keep dropping them. Okay. So I think what I decided to do is this one's going to be $1. Or maybe these 2 will both be $1. And then this one... This size will be, should I do $2 or $3 on it? Probably $3 on this one. Maybe $5 on this one. So 1, 3, and 5. Because this one takes a while. Yeah, I think that's the price range I'll go. 1, 3, and 5. And then I found another pattern for like a Santa hat that would fit a person. So I want to make some of those as well. Oh, and before we go, I wanted to let you know that I made an Etsy sale yesterday for 9 of my Damn It dolls. So they messaged me on Etsy, said that they wanted to buy some for themselves and for their coworkers. The company they work for, their company colors are blue and yellow. Wanted to know if I could make blue and yellow ones. Well, there is no blue and yellow variegated yarn. Did I already tell you this? I don't remember. So, I told her that I could make, what did I do with those? That's over here. I told her I could do blue with a smaller yellow yarn and crochet them together. And it looks like this. And she honestly actually really loved it. So she decided to go ahead and order. And this is the color that it's going to be. The blue is Bernat Blanket Mystical. It's like a couple different shades of blue. And then the yellow is just Red Heart Yellow yarn, worsted weight. So yeah, she ordered 9 of my Damn It dolls for her and her coworkers in this color, blue with the yellow worsted weight crocheted in with it. So I've got 9 Damn It dolls to make. And then I got an order for 3 F-bombs as well yesterday. So I got 2 different orders yesterday. So I've got 9 Damn It dolls to make and 3 F-bombs to make. I would love to get those all made this weekend so they can ship out Monday. Fingers crossed I can get that done. On top of making the rest of the hats that I want to make. Because I still have, what size hats do I still have to make? Still have to make this size hat in the blue. And then I have all 4 sizes to make in the pink. And then I wanted to make green ones too. We'll see if I get to the green or not. We'll see. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to keep me busy. But I want to get this, it is Saturday, and I upload on Saturdays as well now. So I want to get this video edited for you guys and uploaded. And I will probably work on the Damn It dolls while I'm off camera. And then these, once I get the pom-poms bought and glued on for the small ones, I want to get pictures taken of them too, and then get those over to my booth this weekend as well. So, lots to do this weekend, lots to do. I will try my best to record as much as I can for you guys, so that way you are all kept in the loop, and we have a video for Monday. So, alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for clicking in and watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. I am doing a new goal of trying to get to 500 subscribers by Christmas. If we can get to 500 subscribers by Christmas, I'll do a giveaway. So, subscribe if you're not already. Share the videos out to friends and family who would enjoy this content so they can watch and subscribe if they like. And let's put a Santa or Santa hat if there's that emoji. Let's do a Santa hat. Santa hat, if not Santa, down in the comments. Let me know if you got to see all of the hats that I got to make for this video. So let's do that for our little emoji this week. So, alright guys. I will catch you in our next video, and stay tuned for how many hats I can get done before our next video. Bye-bye, guys.